Straight ahead on Falcon Weekly.
More extreme winter weather heading towards the southeast. Find out when we might be seeing snow later this week.
Plus, slipping and sliding. Find out what you need to do to drive safely during this week's icy weather.
And on alert, a terrorist group has issued threats to shopping malls in the United States, Canada, and the United Kingdom. Hear how Homeland Security officials are responding.
Also, find out why sunscreen may be more beneficial to your health when used at night. Falcon Weekly starts now.
Hello and welcome to Falcon Weekly. I'm Jacob Bobst.
And I'm Mary Kate McCarrick. Thanks so much for joining us. Well, here we go again. We're in for yet another week of bracing for winter weather across the southeast.
And we could be in for accumulating snow in our area. Let's get the very latest on the forecast from Falcon Weekly's Kirsten Roberts.
Thanks, Jacob. Well, we got to prepare for cold weather coming in, and right now we are under a winter advisory till tomorrow. Basically, you should expect snow, sleet, and freezing rains. And if you're traveling on any of the roads, you should make sure that you be safe. Also, in the next graphic, the highs for today are 45 in Birmingham, 48 in Atlanta, and if you look east, you see that Dallas is 29 and Houston is 43. And I'm pretty sure we all right now would like to be in Miami, where they are at 84. And as we look at the next map, we see that cold weather is moving east and will affect us tremendously going towards tonight and tomorrow. And for tomorrow, Huntsville will experience snow. And for the northern Birmingham area, you will have a mix of snow and ice. And in Tuscaloosa, there will be an accumulation of ice, which will also affect us in Montevallo. So make sure you prepare for maybe possible school closings or delays. And Wednesday is our biggest chance of snow. Right now, they say that it's only rain that will hit us, but make sure you continue to look at the Weather Channel or any other weather sources. And now let's take a look at our 7-day forecast. Monday is 43 and the low will be 30. Tuesday is 49 with the low of 32. Wednesday, which will be the day to expect snow, it'll be 38 with a low of 29. Thursday, it'll start to warm up with the high of 46 and the low of 24. Friday will be 47 with a low of 29. Saturday will be 52 with a low of 41. And of course, we're all looking forward to Sunday where it warms up, where it'll be 63 with a low of 55. And that's all for weather for today. Back to you guys.
Thanks, Kirsten. With the likelihood of snow and ice this week, that can mean dangerous driving conditions across the northern half of our state.
And people in Texas are already seeing icy road conditions. Check out this video captured earlier today of a driver having some fun on a slick parking lot at a mall in Dallas County, Texas. Although this driver enjoyed skidding, sliding, and turning donuts on the ice, driving in the winter weather can be extremely dangerous. Falcon Weekly's Brianna Davis joins us in the studio with some driving tips. Brianna?
Thanks, Jacob. Remember the snow apocalypse of 2014? Here is video of the road conditions on Montevallo's campus last year. The university had to cancel classes for 3.5 days due to impaired driving conditions along the surrounding areas. Drivers were getting into accidents and abandoning their cars, causing others to be unable to get onto the Interstate 65. No one was ready for the winter storm. To better prepare for Wednesday's winter weather, here are some driving tips to help you stay safe on the road. When preparing to get on the road, be sure that your gas tank is at least half full. Be aware of congested traffic areas and accidents. Check brakes, tires, antifreeze, battery, wipers, and remove all snow off the vehicle before you drive. Now, when you actually get on the road, always wear a seatbelt. Stay calm and focused while driving. Accelerate and decelerate slowly. It takes longer to slow down in the snow. Be cautious near bridges, overpasses, and intersections. Don't add power or stop going up a hill. And if you start to skid, take your foot off the brake or gas pedal and steer in the direction you want to go. And most importantly, if you don't have to go out, stay at home. Reporting for Falcon Weekly, I'm Brianna Davis. Back to you, Jacob.
Thanks, Brianna. Be sure to monitor local weather reports for the very latest throughout the week. We'll post updates from the National Weather Service on our Facebook page. Just search for Falcon Weekly.
Turning to national headlines, threats have been made against Western malls by terrorist group Al-Shabaab. Meanwhile, the Department of Homeland Security may lose funding by the end of this week. Reporter Polo Sandoval has the latest on the situation.
DHS Secretary Jay Johnson urging vigilance from shoppers at Minnesota's Mall of America. The latest propaganda video from terrorist group Al-Shabaab calls for attacks at shopping centers in the UK, Canada, and the iconic Minnesota Mega Mall. It's the same Somali group that claimed responsibility for the 2013 mall massacre in Kenya.
It is a concern. Anytime an al-Qaeda affiliate like Al-Shabaab pronounces to attack the West and specific shopping malls, I think that certainly should get our attention.
The FBI cautions there is no ongoing credible threat of an attack at any mall in the U.S. Fearing this threat could inspire others, a joint intelligence bulletin warns law enforcement officials to be on the lookout for lone wolf-style attacks. Officials at the Mall of America confirm security has been stepped up as a precaution.
It's not going to change the way I do things or anything.
The threat of an attack comes as the U.S. agency in charge of mitigating threats is due to run out of money by the end of the work week. The Republican-led Congress is holding up federal funding for DHS, trying to force the repeal of the president's immigration reform.
1 week from now, more than 100,000 DHS employees, Border Patrol, port inspectors, TSA agents will show up to work without getting paid.
Republicans argue most DHS operations are considered essential and would still continue despite a funding lapse. Reporting in Washington, I'm Polo Sandoval.
Secretary Johnson urged Congress to pass legislation to fund his department. Johnson said the battle is not in the public's best interest, and it is, in his words, not good for the homeland security of this nation.
Health experts in North Carolina say they have confirmed at least 3 cases of a dangerous superbug. According to a spokesperson, 2 people were infected outside the hospital, and the 3rd victim was infected inside the Lincoln County Hospital. The superbug CRE is usually found in healthcare settings. It's very difficult to treat because it's highly resistant to antibiotics. Meanwhile, just last week, the University of California Los Angeles Medical Center made reports of a CRE outbreak at their hospital linked to the use of endoscopes there. Some experts are blaming a lack of FDA oversight for the outbreaks.
The 2 Washington state ports that shut down due to dock worker labor dispute are now open as normal.
The Tacoma and Seattle ports resumed operation Saturday night following an agreement on a tentative labor deal made Friday. The impasse caused several backups and shipping problems for both U.S. and foreign goods. Good news for some Walmart employees. The nation's largest employer says it's giving about 500,000 workers a pay raise. Walmart says it's raising its minimum wage to $9 an hour. That's $1.75 more than the federally mandated minimum wage. They also plan to pay $10 an hour to hourly employees after 6 months of training by February 2016. CEO Doug McMillan said that this move is a part of an effort to keep employees and improve customer service. Meanwhile, Target has announced good news for online shoppers. The retail giant is lowering the amount of customers need to spend in order to get free shipping. Previously, orders needed to total at least $50 or more. Now it has been lowered to a minimum of $25. Target already offers free shipping on most orders placed with its branded credit card.
A trip to the happiest place on earth will now take a bigger dip into your wallet. Disney is once again raising ticket prices.
A one-day pass into the Magic Kingdom has increased to $105 plus tax. One-day passes into the Animal Kingdom and Disney's Hollywood Studios have increased from $94 to $97. Passes for multiple days and parks access increase as well. The Orlando Sentinel says Disney World and Disneyland both set new attendance records in the company's last quarter. Remember, there's more news online 24/7. Just search for Falcon Weekly on Facebook and Twitter to see more news stories and news updates throughout the week. Coming up, a marvel of medical science. Doctors confirm they have successfully separated a pair of twins who were born conjoined at the chest. Hear about the surgery they are calling a miracle.
And Hollywood rolled out the red carpet for Sunday's 87th Annual Academy Awards. We'll show you all of the Oscar highlights.
Plus, we'll have a live in-studio interview with a member of the Falcon Scholars Program. Find out how you can get involved in the service learning in the Shelby County. Those stories and more when Falcon Weekly returns.
Welcome back to Falcon Weekly. UM has a history of giving back to our community through service learning, and one way of making that happen is through the Falcon Scholars in Action. Olivia Ricks joins us now to talk more about that program. Thank you for joining us today.
I'm very glad to be here.
Good. What is Falcon Scholars?
Falcon Scholars is a student organization. It is an application process that you have to go through to become a part of the program, but it joins you together with different different charitable organizations throughout the community. It's great.
What kind of organizations do you help?
Well, personally, I work at the Columbiana Juvenile Detention Center. They house adolescents about 12 years old to 19. So that's where I work. But they really match you with your best interests. There are people, there are Falcon Scholars that are working at community shelters, arts councils. They match you up with the program that interests you most.
What do you think that the actual Falcon Scholars take away from this program?
For me personally, I have gotten professional development from this program. I've learned how to work in a group setting where everyone you work with is always going to be different, so it definitely helps learn how to deal with different people, different situations. So lots of professional development. And then also it exposes you to different work environments. I actually, because of the program, changed my major to human development because I decided, from working at the Juvenile Detention Center, that is truly the type of job I was supposed to have. So you do get a lot of career, professional development, personal development, and insights to different professions you might be interested in pursuing a career in.
What would you say to students wanting to apply to this program?
Do it. I would say absolutely do it. In fall and summer, we're going to be having plenty of positions open. So my biggest advice to you would be email servicelearning@montevallo.edu to get more information, to get an application, because it's really a wonderful program. I would not be investing my time into it if I did not think it was absolutely worthwhile. So my best advice would be take the next steps to become part of this program.
And if you also, besides the website, you can call 205-665-6077. Olivia, thanks so much for joining us.
Thank you.
Turning to health news, 10-month-old twins born joined at the chest are now separated. Doctors at Texas Children's Hospital successfully separated the baby girls in a miracle procedure. Reporter Haley Hernandez has the story from the hospital.
First big step done.
Natalie Hope and Adeline Faith Mata will live separate lives in separate bodies.
It's pretty cool to see them coming out with their own bed and everything.
It is a victory for them and the entire medical field.
Stable as can be.
Last Tuesday, the girls' team of 12 surgeons, 6 anesthesiologists, and 8 surgical nurses worked to separate the girls who shared a chest wall, lungs, diaphragm, intestines, and pelvis. This morning, for the first time, doctors confidently declare a surgery of this magnitude a success. Before now, the doctors never let on just how much was on the line.
We had some challenges there that we had to work through, but thanks to Dr. McKenzie, our great pediatric heart surgeon, things are looking good now.
During the complex surgery, the team worked for approximately 23 hours on Natalie and 26 hours on Adeline, with the official separation occurring approximately 18 hours into the surgery. It is anticipated they will undergo additional surgeries in the future, but for now, the family is just happy to keep reliving the moment they found out they finally had 2 baby girls.
Well, so far so good. The babies are separate. So
23-12.
We now have
Natalie and Adeline
That was Haley Hernandez reporting. The girls, who have not left their hospital since their birth, will remain in the hospital's care while they recover from the procedure. The twins' first birthday is in April.
According to a new study, maybe you should wear your sunglasses and sunscreen at night. Yale researchers published a study last Thursday saying that much of the damage that ultraviolet radiation does to skin occurs hours after sun exposure. They found surprisingly that melanin, the pigment that protects your skin in the sun, is responsible. They discovered that energy absorbed from the sun by skin cells, called melanocytes, is transferred to the DNA in the dark, causing it to deform. Scientists believe a new type of evening after sunscreen containing vitamin E could be developed to block this transfer of energy. The popular Indian Bollywood films have inspired a new exercise trend in the U.S.
From strengthening your core and toning your abs, Holly Furfer reports on the benefits of the Bollyfit craze.
Since the early 20th century, Bollywood films have been one of the most popular forms of entertainment in India. The 2007 film Come Let's Dance is one example of this type of movie, the style of which has become a global sensation. With its upbeat music, Bollywood dance is not just stylistic dancing, it's also a great workout because it combines aerobic activity with staccato movements that strengthen the core.
Well, dance is phenomenal exercise, and you take a look at any professional dancer, and there's your evidence.
And maybe that's why the Bollyfit craze is sweeping across the country.
It's a full body exercise. It's about coordination, there's a lot of movement, it's an entire body workout.
The Bollywood style of dance has a very fast pace, but requires a great amount of control.
There's a lot of strength training and also improves balance.
When we think about like running or jogging, that's not really a strength training. I think whereas something like dancing, like the Bollywood dancing, it probably does involve using your core body muscles a lot more.
For many, keeping up is motivation to keep going. For today's Health Minute, I'm Holly Furfer.
It was a big night for Hollywood as the 87th Academy Award ceremony was held in Los Angeles Sunday evening.
It was a night of glitz and glamour and some powerful speeches. Reporter Stephanie Elam has our story.
The Oscar goes to Birdman.
Alejandro Iñárritu's Birdman soared over the competition, taking the top prize of the night, Best Picture.
We are here. I don't know how that happened, but it happened.
Birdman, about a fallen star fighting for success, earned 4 Oscars, including Original Screenplay and Director. First-time host Neil Patrick Harris got into the act recreating Birdman's famous underwear scene.
Acting is a noble profession.
It was a night marked with passionate speeches about causes near to the winner's hearts. Eddie Redmayne, who won Best Actor for playing Stephen Hawking in The Theory of Everything, dedicated his award to people battling ALS, the disease that afflicts Hawking.
This Oscar, this belongs to all of those people around the world battling ALS.
Julianne Moore earned the Best Actress Oscar for Still Alice, about a woman struggling with Alzheimer's.
And people with Alzheimer's deserve to be seen so that we can find a cure.
J.K. Simmons won the Supporting Actor Prize for his tough-as-nails music instructor in Whiplash, while Patricia Arquette took Supporting Actress for Boyhood and used the Oscar platform to speak out as well.
It's our time to have wage equality once and for all and equal rights for women in the United States of America.
Graham Moore made a startling confession after his adapted screenplay win for The Imitation Game about World War II codebreaker Alan Turing, who was persecuted because he was gay.
When I was 16 years old, I tried to kill myself because I felt weird and I felt different and I felt like I did not belong. And now I'm standing here. I would like for this moment to be for that kid out there who feels like she's weird or she's different or she doesn't fit in anywhere. Yes, you do.
John Legend and Common brought the audience to its feet and to tears with their Oscar-winning song Glory from the civil rights drama Selma. The raw emotion carried over to their acceptance speech.
We say that Selma is now because the struggle for justice is right now.
And in an unexpected musical highlight, Lady Gaga performed a 50th anniversary salute to the sound of music. Stephanie Elam, CNN, Hollywood.
Wow, what a star-studded night. One of my favorite parts of these sort of things are always the musical numbers.
Oh, me too.
I really enjoyed Lady Gaga's Sound of Music tribute. It's something different than what she normally does, but she played it so well.
I have to say that was my favorite part of the whole night. And when Julie Andrews came out on stage at the end, loved it. What did you think of Neil Patrick Harris as host?
He is amazing. He's hilarious, he's funny, and I loved his original song he had at the beginning, Moving Pictures. He really has a knack for showmanship.
I like it. And Eddie Redmayne, his reaction to winning that Oscar, I just thought it was so great. He was so surprised.
You could tell he was surprised and he was really enthusiastic for that.
Yes. Well, before we go back to the break, take a look at the footage from South Korea.
This surveillance footage shows an unexpected shot of two people getting off a bus and then seen falling into a sinkhole in the sidewalk. The two suffered minor injuries and were treated and later released from the hospital. The sinkhole was roped off by officials to keep others from falling in while repairs are made. Coming up, Montevelo's men's basketball team earns another PBC title. We'll recap the game.
And a golfer got a major honor. Find out which team member was named the PBC Golfer of the Week. Sports is next.
Welcome back to Falcon Weekly. I'm Connor Busey with a look at this week's sports. It was a big weekend for men's basketball. For the first time in school history, the basketball team earned its first outright PBC title after defeating Flagler 91-81 Saturday night. The win came just 3 days after the Falcons won their fourth straight PBC West title. The Falcons will play their regular season finale February 25th. They will host Young Harris at 7:30 p.m. for senior night. The UM softball team lost two games to the Eckerd College Tritons last weekend. Eckerd College defeated the Falcons 8-0 in the first game and 7-4 in the second. The Falcons are back home February 25th for a doubleheader against the University of West Florida. Meanwhile, the UM baseball team claimed 2 victories over nationally ranked UNC Pembroke in a doubleheader February 21st. The Falcons earned a 5-4 win with the bases loaded in the first game of the day held against the Braves and held them off for a 12-8 win in the second. The Falcons will take on the University of West Alabama in Livingston on February 25th. And we want to say congrats to a member of the UM men's golf team. Dalton Skinner is the Peach Belt Conference's Golfer of the Week, claiming his 3rd weekly award at the 14-15 season after finishing in a tie for 3rd at the Spring Kickoff Invitational in Orange Park, Florida. Skinner now has 3 top 5 finishes this season in 6 events and leads the PBC with a 71.59 stroke average. And that's a look at this week's sports.
Thanks, Connor. Finally this week, kids aren't the only ones who enjoy playing in the snow.
Check out this cute video of 2 red pandas at the Cincinnati Zoo frolicking in the snow. Red pandas are native to the Himalayas, so they're used to cold weather. These 2 can't seem to get enough of the white stuff. The video was also posted online and has gone viral on social media. That's all the time we have for this week's show. Thank you so much for joining us.
For more UM news from Mass Comm students reporters, be sure to check out the Falcon News Network blog. The web address is on your screen. We'll see you next week.